is up? Good morning, guys. Good to see you here this morning early. Getting an early start today. Carl Childers, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you here. Captain Geo, I see you doing my stream over there, or the my repo flight in the 7.5. Awesome, sir. Gonna get a nice butter on that landing. I have no doubt about it. All right, guys. So today we're doing something a little bit different. You voted for it, although right now the poll, I accidentally messed up the poll on YouTube. I polled the entire audience. So ended up being pretty much really close. But by the time I scheduled the stream, the props were winning by, I think, 2%. So we're going to do a little prop flying today. We're sitting in front of the lovely Coronado PA-31 in Hayward, California. We're going to make a quick run up to Ukiah Municipal. This is a cool route for me because I used to do this when I was just getting started out in aviation. This was my flight that I would do. So we're going to relive that this morning. Hope you guys are ready. Should be nice, relaxed. Get to talk a little bit about piston flying. It'll be good to refresh my memory too and how to just get back to the old hand flying. After that 767 flight yesterday, I quickly realized that some of just my regular hand flying skills were not as sharp as I would like them to be. So, all right. Simone Toga, how's it going, man? Hey. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My goodness, do you guys remember that stream? Hit the like button if you remember flying the Coronado PA-31 Chieftain. Man, chat, we're going to have to fly that airplane this week. Gosh dang it, I'm going to have to fly something in X-Plane again. VFR and X-Plane. My goodness, unbelievable. Anyway, Inatical, I got you. Hey, at least I got somebody. I know. The ultimate bamboozlery. BKG is like, something was off. Yeah, it was, I don't know. That video was like, that was 6 years ago, maybe? I don't know. That was an old one, baby. That was an old one. That was when the channel was still pretty new. But I tell you what, man, but at the time, that Coronado PA-31 was pretty good for the time being, right? And actually, there was a mod that came out, those super high-tech mod guys that did the Bonanza or the Baron. They made a mod for that Chieftain too, which I'm sure was pretty good. But anyway, we're not in that. I promised a Commander stream, so here we are. Finally, we're back at it live in the Blacksquare Commander, recently updated to start like a light combing. I hope my battery's not dead because when I loaded into the stream, I forgot that it remembered my last time I was in the cockpit and the airplane was on, so I didn't shut the battery off till about a minute ago. So I don't know, we might have issues with this, but we are parked right here on the cliff of Carmel Valley Airport, a historical landmark that is no longer operating, but we landed here last time we were in the beautiful Commander, and we got a nice fresh livery, 6010 Yankee. I just think it looks pretty good with these dark colored wings. So that's why we got a paint job up here at Carmel Valley. You guys voted for it. We're also headed up to CA-51, shorter flight, but Sea Ranch Airport. We're going to fly over a couple points of interest I want to look at. Monterey, most notably there. We're going to go over Monterey, then we're going to head up the coast, basically straight VFR, no navin. We're going to go past Half Moon Bay. We're going to take a look at the crab cakes down there, and we're going to fly parallel to the Golden Gate Bridge. We'll finally pick up the Point Reyes VOR, and then we'll track that on a lat long to CA-51, which is the Sea Ranch Airport, which is kind of a neat little airport up there that Al Loper suggested. So that is the plan for today. X-Plane 12 was looking a little rough there, Kato. Yeah, that was, hey, X-Plane 11, man. X-Plane 11. No, divert to Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu. Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu will live forever in infamy. Maybe this week, though. Maybe we should get a helo into Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu for fun. Bill's Mafia, thanks for $2 super chat. Says, fool me once. Shame on me. Fool me twice. Shame on me. I hear you, man. Bill's Mafia, thanks for $2 super chat. Yeah, I thought I'd bamboozle you guys a little bit there. But where is Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu? For those who know, Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu's in chat. It's a secret spot. It's a secret place. Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu, may forever you live in infamy. All right. I got to make sure we don't... Oh, I got to turn the sounds on the sim. That would help. There we go. I got to make sure. Oh, we got some Pepto up here with us. We got another aircraft. Oh, we got two aircraft flying with us. If you don't remember, this is where Vodka, he actually went off the runway. Look, my FS Fire is popping real-world fires. There must be a fire over there. Team Vodka, he went off the end of this runway and actually ended up down there. I think we pulled his aircraft out. But, yeah, you do not want to fall off this cliff here. I mean, check this out. This is Carmel Valley Airport with all the stalagmites down there on the mountainside. But man, what a midday to fly. I ran the sim time even forward even a little bit more. I think it's like 4:09 local time. Let's see. Yeah, it's 4:08. So I just ran my sim, you know, live weather, but I just ran the sim forward a couple hours. Seems a bit midday, but who knows? Maybe it'll get better. But we got a pre-flight to do. Let's. Has Barry got balder? Barry, he's looking a little balder, isn't he? He's got his widow peak. He's showing. He's thinning out on top. He still has his leather jacket on from when he was up there in the in Alaska. We got to change Barry out. You know, Barry's been down in Mexico. He may not even be recognizable the next time we see him. But anyway, let's go ahead and no need to pre-flight because I guess we left the covers off the last time we put this airplane away. So what we should do though is let's put the chocks on so we don't roll off this cliff until we figure out exactly how we're going to back up. Oh look, we've got a Duke joining us. We are on IVEO today, and we got say intentions for VFR ATC if we need it. Which I didn't file a flight plan, so I may just might just can say intentions right now. Let's just do that. That way we can all be on 22.8 together. So I'm gonna turn say intentions off for this particular stream, but we are on IVEO. And was Pepto part of say intentions? Pepto was part of say intentions. Alright. Let's hop in the aircraft here. We'll climb up on the wing. You love a GA stream? Hey, Billy B16, what's up, my man? I love opening the commander cockpit, though. Isn't that nice? All right, let's hop into the bird. Let's get this thing pre-flighted. So, since he's booting up, let's go ahead and close the door, and we'll latch you. So you're closed and locked. We'll crack the window here. That seems much better. First and foremost, let me get my... Okay, that is my throttle. Which one is my prop lever? You're the prop lever. I gotta put my hardwares on my Honeycomb Bravo here. Swap you out, and you must be mixture. No, you are mixture. Okay. Alright, hardwares are bound. So there is a very large change log for this aircraft, which we'll go over in cruise today. But let's get the airplane loaded. Same thing as before. We've got everything state saved. I hope my battery isn't dead, though. Like I said, I loaded in and I forgot to turn the battery switch off. So we have 166 miles to go. I'm going to add a little bit of gas on each side. Let's go 18 a side. It gives us, we don't want to be too heavy getting out of here because we picked up Team Vodka. We picked up Team Vodka over here, so we got to be mindful of our weight. Right now, takeoff weight max is 31. Right now, we are weighing 2,800 pounds. So that's going to be pretty tight getting out of here. We're sitting up at what, 8,000 feet? Oh no, 2,000 feet. Now we'll be fine. All right, engine 99%, still looking good. Battery capacity 81%, not good. Not good. Electrical is set over here. Everything looks good. Cabin is up. Failures. We do have one active failure. We are on 10X. I don't know what that failure is. We're just going to have to find out. I don't want to ruin the surprise. So I think our aircraft is adequately loaded. Let's see if we can get the engine on. And this is a big change. So if you remember, you used to start this engine in full rich. Now, proper Lycoming start is idle cutoff. So it was a confusion between the Lycoming and the Continental. Or do I have that backwards? Cylinder 4 is cooked? Why is cylinder 4 cooked? Cylinder 4 is fine. Everything's going to be fine, all right? Stop saying cylinder 4 is cooked. Hopefully the failure is the Hobbs meter. Let me get the changelog up here real quick because I want to make sure I'm not giving you the wrong info. I was hearing confusion between the two engines. Still confusion between these two engines is what I'm hearing. Right. That's the confusion. Is the confusion. Okay, no. Lycoming continuous fuel injection simulation starting properly. So Lycoming engines, which is what I flew primarily when I flew the Lycoming IO 540s, right? Then the Continental, while starting the Continental engine at full rich is standard, Lycoming should be started with the mixture at idle cutoff, right? So you're going to have to juggle between idle cutoff and the starter switch. So that's going to make it real helpful for us Boeing or Bravo situation here. So we're going to be in idle cutoff, and as the engine catches, boom, you're going to bring that mixture in there. All right. Now, With that said, we'll go over the rest of the changelog once we get everything booted up. Oops, let's get rid of the theme song. Let's see if we can get the airplane started first and foremost. Let's get the battery switch on. Battery switch is on. Anti-collision light, nav lights could come on. We'll get the landing and strobe lights off so we save our battery power. Our parking brake is set. That is good. Our fuel selector is on both. That looks good. And we're going to do a little bit of prime. So we'll go ahead and do that. Mixers props come up, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. We'll go ahead and cut that. Fuel boost pump will come off. We're going to crack our throttle. And actually, I guess I should just leave the camera on. We're going to crack our throttle like so. And we're going to hope this sucker starts. Right, left, both. Clear prop. I got to switch hands here with my mouse. Here we go. Come on, baby. Yeah. Give it some gas. Give it some gas. There you go. Bring it out. Bring it down. A little bit too much on the mixture. Temperamental. Temperamental, babies. She's running a bit rough. There we go. Let's get her nice and steady. Now we got her nice and stabilized. I love that the engine start sounds have that rough engine sound to it. It's so awesome. That is, starting these engines, especially on a hot day. Luckily this was a cold start, nice cool start here. Let's get the alternator on right now. Or it is on rather. Let's go ahead and get the pitch trim on with the AB9 battery charging. Luckily we had a nice easy start, but hot starts on these engines can be an absolute pain. But the sounds just add so much. When you know your engine is doing something incorrectly just by the sounds alone, that's epic. That's what I love about the Blacksquare stuff, man. It's so much more alive. The whole aircraft is alive. All right. Am I flying the turbo normalized? I'm flying the same one we flew. I'm flying. I don't even know. How can you tell from the cockpit panel? Can you tell? Let's see. Yeah, we're flying normal. We're not flying. Flying the same one that we flew in here the last stream. Alright, so our engines are up and running. As far as our flight plan today, there's really nothing we're going to tune. We're going to fly straight VFR up the coastline. The only VOR we are going to tune, though, is Point Reyes. So let's get that tuned in now while we're looking at it. Which will be 1137 on the nav radio 1. Uh-oh, my views appear to be off. What's going on here? Why can't I change the big knob? Am I going crazy? Am I going crazy? That's top, that's bottom. Oh yes, the two knobs. I'm sure I'll be flamed in the comments. Oh, this guy knows nothing about Commander. Why are you flying this airplane? Oh my gosh. Alright, 13.7, 1200 on the squawk. That's the only frequency we need for today's flight. We are VFR up the coastline. As far as altitudes are concerned, we're going to stay low. Initially coming out of here, we got to transition Monterey's airspace. So we should probably call them if we're going to use say intentions. Let's use say intentions on both. Let's put 22.8 on COM 2. Yeah, the Avsim folks, dude. Yeah, they're coming, man. Avsim gonna have their pitchforks out. Alright, there we go. 122.8 on COM 2. Transfer you over. And we'll put say, I mean, it's kind of fun to have say intentions VFR up on top of it. Let me get it booted up. And we'll have to contact Monterey approach control for VFR transition. technically we are at 2,500 feet is their airspace. We got 500 feet to play with. So we have 500 feet to play with. We can stay below their radar coverage, or their airspace rather. Let's sync our compass up. So that's 07006. That actually looks pretty bang on. So that is still slave. That looks good. No course lines to follow, so it's a pretty simple flight today, or startup. Let's go flaps to position 1, 10 degrees. Give us a little boost off of here. Trim for takeoff, neutral is set. All right. Now, I don't know if I can make this turn or not. Let me hop out here and pull my chocks. Alright, chocks are removed, Barry. This is going to be interesting. Alright, I'm on the brakes. Park brake is released. Bug issue. This looks like we had a brake bug issue. Yeah, there's some brake bug issue with my pedals, because I have to push them down to release the brake a little bit. Sorry, buddy. Why is our brake sticky? That's bizarre. That's left brake. That's fine. That's right brake. Parking brakes on, off. Let's delete that. What is button 45? Delete assign control. Oh no, now it's... Oh, wait a second, hold on. Is my Bravo not set up? No, brakes aren't a singular failure. This is definitely a control line issue. Yep, this is it. Okay, so I found the problem. Hold up. I have to do it from this menu right here. It must have been with the update. I gotta reset this to the commander profile. That's exactly what it is. Brakes are bound on the Bravo. Wouldn't have a problem in an X-Plane Chieftain? Well, we have other problems in X-Plane Chieftain, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and find, I think, what profile did I use? I don't think I had a special profile for the Bravo. I think I just had, like, probably my Duke profile. Which this might change my... Oh, there it is. Commander. Save and back. Now this is going to change all of our other situations here. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was weird that the mixture was on, or the throttle was over here. That's still that, and that's still mixture. Okay, good. All right, we're good now. We good. Let's go ahead and comp 2. Comp 2 radio check.
Southwest 3903, roger. Expect the RNAV, runway 28 left approach. Altimeter 2997. Northbound approach, good afternoon. Skywest 3903, and a 4000 for 10,000. Skywest 3903.
Something is still holding the brakes. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, we good.
Normal departure, Southwest 4091. How do you read? Southwest 4091, loud and clear. NorCal departure, Southwest 936,
Got a lot of traffic with us. Let's take up all available runway. Oh, don't fall down the hill, don't fall down the hill.
Southwest 3051, turn left heading 010, base leg.
Alright.
Heading 010, Southwest 3051.
Alright, let's go 22.8 on comm 1. Can we get a radio check on 22.8?
5x5.
Alright. Okay, quick run up. Park brake is set. Aircraft, let's go through checklist. Let's do run up. Park brake flight controls. Free and correct. Flaps fully cycle. See the gauge is kind of sticky. That's awesome. That should be tap that a little bit. Let's go flaps 10. Cool. Flaps are position 10 for this particular takeoff. Elevator trim neutral. Rudder trim neutral. Mixture full rich. Mixture's full rich. Throttle 2,000 RPM. Let's hide the yoke here. Alright, 2,000 RPM. Check mags. They got the drop propeller, 300 drop. Alternate air. Gyro section is in the green. Alternate suction. Oh, I can't remember where alternate air switch is. That's right, we don't need it. Fine. Throttle's coming back down to idle. Make sure the engine doesn't die. Engine persists between 600 and 700 RPM. Bringing it back up. Oh yeah, there's our alternate air right there. Checked. Alright, we already did the vacuum. Standby vacuum push off. Which is over here, right? Standby vacuum, and then we've got plenty of suction. Alright, so that checks. Vacuum instruments are working. Electric trim, we exercise. Heading bug, we're going to skip the autopilot test. Fuel selectors on both windows, we'll get that in a minute. Altimeter, magic barrel ref is set rep here at 2,300 feet. Departure altitude, look at this. Let's go ahead and set, man, we can't really, we got to set 2,500 feet, which is set right now. I'll bring this vertical speed to 0. So altitude is 2,500. Alright. Altimeter is 3006. 2.5 on the altitude. We're eventually probably going to get up to 4 or 5. Alright. Directional gyro is set to magnetic. Takeoff heading 345. That checks with the whiskey compass. Panel lights are dim, park brake released, and rock and roll. Normal takeoff. Let's go ahead and verify max power, flaps 10. That's what we got. Air conditioning is off, isn't it? Air conditioning is off. We do want that off right now. Excellent. Transponder altitude mode. We'll put you on altitude mode, 1200. All right. That all looks good. Propeller 2,700 RPM and the climb. All right. And then max continuous power. We're going to go full open. We're going to pitch for 91 knots and 2700 RPM. Cow flaps as required. Refresh my memory where you guys are. You guys are right here. Cow flaps are full open. All right. Temps are all in the green. I think we're good to go. All right. Look at that high cube. Carmel Valley traffic, Commander 10 Yankee, departing runway 34 over the coast. We'll see that. All right. Godspeed, friends. Park brake released. Flaps are 10, trim set. Let's go. Spool it up. Power set. Here we go. Plenty of runway, about 70 knots. Here we go. Oh, yeah, baby. Positive brake. Gears coming up. Saving our lights. All right, here's 2500, which quick level off. We got to stay below Monterey airspace. We're going to stay in the clouds here. Let's bring that down.
Valley traffic, Duke, Quebec Juliet Sierra, lining up runway 3.
Flaps up. Prop 2500 for now. We're going to stay in the valley here. We're going to stay out of Monterey's airspace. It starts at 2500 feet.
Carmel Valley traffic, Quebec Juliet Sierra, departing runway 34.
Oh, airspace violation.
Carmel Valley traffic, Bonanza 5 Charlie Foxtrot, landing on 34.
Let's go ahead and bring all this power back here, make it a little, she's got a lot of power. Let's go ahead and bring it down. Manifold pressure down 22 inches. We're going to stay right at 25. Let's do a Magic Rail ref update. Yeah, technically we're in Monterey's outer shelf right now. We're going to see if we can't just sneak out over the ocean here. I bet this is a very expensive area that would not want airplanes flying around at 2,400 feet.
Carmel Valley traffic, Bonanza 175 Charlie Foxtrot, departing 34.
Just stay down the valley here. 2,400 feet, we're locked in. So this outer shelf extends pretty much off the coastline there. So should we see if we can, the thing is, if I start calling on COM 1, I'll lose my radios on 2, but that's all right. We'll go with say intentions traffic or ATC here as we go en route, and then we'll switch to COM 1 and we'll get ready to land. And we're on what we call Monterey 2715. The problem is, I think it's going to call me Cactus from our last flight plan that we filed. Monterey departure, Commander 6010 Yankee.
Cactus 357, northbound departure, squawk 7647, identity.
Squawk 7647 ident for Commander 601 Yankee. He's calling me Cactus right now, but that's all right. We can change that. It's because I haven't hard coded. 7647. 7647. And NorCal for Cactus 357. Can we change call sign to Commander 601 Yankee?
The report is 100 feet. Carmel Valley Sea altitude 3000 feet. Cleared into the Monterey Peninsula class C airspace. Maintain VFR at a below 4,500.
Alright, maintain VFR out below 4,503, 000, cleared in the Monterey Class C airspace for Commander 601 Yankee. He said change approved, use new call sign. So, alright, we can go up to 4,000 if we want it now, so now we don't have to be paranoid.
Good afternoon. Bonanza 175 Charlie Foxtrot off Carmel Valley, VFR northbound, requesting a transition.
That's another say intentions guy right there. So we got 4,500 set.
Bonanza 5 Charlie Foxtrot, 16111.
So that's cool. That's another Bonanza talking to say attention.
Squawk 6111. Bonanza 5
Let's put our lovely Bose headset on so I can actually hear myself think here for a second. We're gonna maintain VFR. We'll stay at 2,000 since we kind of got. You said at or below 4,500. I want to stay low so we can see the top of the Monterey Peninsula here. Then we'll climb up. Alright, so we're nice and trimmed down. A little bit more on the nose up trim.
Bonanza 5 Charlie Foxtrot, Reno contact. 6 northwest of Sacramento Rancho Airport at 2300 feet. Carmel by the Sea Altitude 3000. Cleared into Monterey 5,000 airspace. Maintain VFR under 2,500.
Oh, that's so cool. Alright, so
Maintain VFR at about 2,500.
I think. No, here's Monterey Peninsula over here, yeah. That's just another big bay. So Monterey Bay right here, so the peninsula's right over here, which I want. Pebble Beach should be off the, yep, where's Pebble Beach?
1,000.
Pebble Beach at our 1 o'clock.
Skywest
Hell yeah.
381 NorCal departure.
Alright, would you guys be mad if I turn the autopilot on just so I can enjoy some more views? So let's go ahead and, we're just going to maintain low altitude right now. Let's get the autopilot engaged. We got to use our S-Tech 56. So heading, altitude hold, and we're just going to hold it in right there. We got our power way back. Let's change it for climb here in a minute. So here comes Pebble Beach. I'll tell you what I should do is I should probably bring up our Navigraph so we can follow along. I hate using Navigraph. It stutters everything out. Let's see if it changed in Sim Update 6. Nope, still stutterfest when you load it up.
NorCal departure. Skywest 3495. Checking in at 10,000. Skywest 3495, NorCal departure, roger, good afternoon.
Basically just show you where we are.
Delta 2267, when able, proceed direct eBay.
So yeah, there's Pebble Beach on the Monterey Peninsula, and then the aquarium's out here somewhere. I think the aquarium might be further to the right. Let's go see if we can spot the aquarium. I'm sure they wouldn't love this because we're going to go right. We'd actually go into the tower. Would be right close to Towers airspace for Monterey. Let's see if we can just skirt the outside of it here. Love the GA and Classic Jet. What's up, Daniel? Good to have you on board, man. Hey, if you love these kind of streams, make sure you smash down that like button. Because I love doing them, man. I love doing them. Alright, as soon as we go off the tip here, we'll set a heading northwest bound, and we'll go at 4,500. So 4,500 is set. We'll go vertical speed 800. It's primed up. It's primed and ready. Flicks, just the tip, my man. So Monterey Airport is actually right there.
Turkish 79 kilo, NorCal approach, roger. Expect the ILS runway 28 left approach. Altimeter 3000.
Yep, there's Monterey Regional Airport right there. My first ever jet takeoff and landing was at that airport.
Cactus
Let me go
357, what's your final?
Final will be 4,500 for Commander 601 Yankee. see where the aquarium is. I don't remember where the Monterey aquarium is. I thought it was out here somewhere.
Over 2267, contact with center at 119.475.
It's loaded over here. But we can't go any further. We go into Towers airspace.
119.475. Cover 2267.
All right, let's go ahead and set a course for Santa Cruz, actually. Oh, this will be really cool. Can we go in the bay? Monterey Class C. We got VFR flag following. Let's set course line for Santa Cruz, which is actually where I spent all my summers. And we can actually set up a GNS waypoint for this here. All right, so that's set. We're set 4,500. Let's go ahead and set vertical speed, which is going to pitch for 800. Mixtures are up. Props coming up. Power's coming up.
NorCal departure, Southwest 3454.
Nice and smooth.
7,000 for 9,000.
All right, power's coming in. Up we go.
Southwest 3454. NorCal departure, roger.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Half Moon Bay, but Santa Cruz is actually off the nose here. And let me use my sky
Departure, good
vector.
afternoon. SkyWest 6381 out of 15,000 climbing.
Bonanza 5 Charlie Foxtrot, where you headed?
Let's see.
Bonanza 5 Charlie Foxtrot. Destination is Charlie Alpha 51.
Bonanza 5 Charlie Foxtrot, traffic at 12 o'clock, 2 miles, 3,500.
Let's make a waypoint for the Santa Cruz Pier. I'm gonna make a waypoint on Sky Vector.
Bonanza 5 Charlie Foxtrot, roger.
It's gonna be off the Salinas VOR and
Copy that, Bonanza 5 Charlie Fox, thanks.
it's 27 miles,
Bonanza 5 Charlie
294.
Foxtrot, you already have flight comments in request.
All right, so let's go ahead and set this up here as we climb out. Let's go ahead and set 17.3.
SkyWest 6381, NorCal departure, roger.
Put you on active 1. All right, active comm 1. There's our radio. And we can actually get we'll flip this around. It's going to be off our right-hand side. But we need to set
Southwest 2396,
Radio.
NorCal departure, roger.
294 at 27. So let's set radial 294. At 27. RNAV on. Source.
NorCal departure Southwest 2396 out of 900,000 for 13,000.
Southwest 2396, NorCal departure, roger.
Spin this around. Oh, no.
NorCal approach. Good afternoon, Southwest 3454, out of 4,000 for 9,000. Southwest 3454, NorCal approach, roger.
We gotta flip that around. We gotta go all the way around. So 14.
NorCal departure.
What's that gonna be?
FedEx
3-2?
1207, passing 10,000 climbing. FedEx 1207, NorCal departure, good afternoon.
Should get a level off alert here.
NorCal approach, good afternoon, Southwest 4131,
Lower that
6,000
down.
climbing, 12,000.
Plan
Southwest
326-ish.
4131, NorCal approach, roger.
Spun this needle the wrong way.
NorCal approach. FedEx 1207, descending through 6,500. FedEx 1207, NorCal
All right.
approach, roger. Expect the RNAV, runway 30 right approach.
Allegedly, I've set up a waypoint to approximately the Santa Cruz Pier. We're gonna find out here soon enough. All right, we're getting ready to level at 4,500 feet. What RNAV program? I'm running the 511.
Active 357, traffic at 12 o'clock, less than 1 mile. Same altitude view.
We're a traffic inside, in case you guys said. I gotta change that hard-coded call sign, but other than that, it's fine. All right, here comes 4,500. And altitude hold. I didn't arm it properly. That's all right. All right, 4,500 feet. We're locked in. Let me re-zero out my vertical speed over here.
Turkish 79 kilo, contact San Francisco Tower 120.5. Tower 120.5, Turkish 79 kilo.
All right. I'm going to be climbing to 64.5. No, it's 3006, right? Altimeter 3006, or is it? No, it's altitude times 100, right? Isn't it 4 digits for the altimeter, 2 digits for the altitude, or no?
Heading 015, United 19.
Maybe the radio only cares about the first 3 digits? Okay, so if the first 3, it only cares about the first 3 on the barrel? Alright. We need to get a little rudder trim in here too. Yeah, I think we're heading. I don't know if there is. I guess there's not actually a pier, but it would be right there. That is the wannabe pier.
10 miles from maximum. Turn left heading 255. Runway 28 right approach. Heading 255, sending 3,500 to establish. Clear Talus, runway 28 right approach. United 1948.
Let's put number 213. 7. And just pick up number 2's to from. Right about there. You bet that pier is the next plane? It might be. So yeah, that's Santa Cruz, but my goodness, man. Let's go back to heading mode so we can just, we got a reference. We'll go a little bit closer to the coastline. But my goodness, the LODs have got like all jacked up looking in 2024. Alright, let's bring our prop back. .24, don't need to lean, we're looking good. Fond memories of Route 17 over to the San Jose? Not, yeah. Highway 17.
1000 to 12000.
So, yeah, there's no pier. Oh wait, is that a pier? That's a pier. That's an attempt of a pier right there, AJ. There's the Santa Cruz Pier.
Southwest 3661, northbound approach.
Allegedly.
Expect the RNAV, runway 28 left approach.
That's the
Altimeter
pier.
3000.
Alright, we gotta come left. That's an adobo pier for you. It says something on it, but I can't quite read it. Yeah, that's the adobo pier right there. Downtown Santa Cruz, baby. Alright, let's continue up the coastline here. We're above the clouds. See, these clouds right now are looking nice. These little hot, little multi-layer clouds. I love that view. That's looking real good.
Northbound departure, Southwest 657, 2000, climbing on
The
Fenix
pier looks a
1.
little safer last time I was on.
Southwest
Actually, it collapsed
657,
recently,
contact.
to be honest with you, AJ. It did actually collapse recently. Alright, so the only other radio we care about now, let's go ahead and put
Northbound
13.7.
departure, Southwest 657, 1000 to 1000.
Now we can turn down.
Southwest 657, northbound departure.
I can turn down the radio. We don't need to know any louder than that. Alright. So we're leveled off. Everything's looking good. 13.7 is in COM 1. We'll put it in COM 2. Or excuse me, 17.3. 13.7 is 17.3. Go figure. 13.7 is point race. Put you in VOR pass-through mode. So right now, the point race VOR is 308 at 103 miles. Roughly 3102. Let's go back to Loc. Actually, we can leave it at source. We can leave it in regular OBS mode. So if we wanted to go direct there, we'd fly about 316. Well, we're not going to do that. We're just gonna enjoy the Dobo landscape here. You would think Adobe would get their act together after all the bad comments regarding their products. Are they a cheap supplier for Microsoft? No, man. They're focusing on other things. That's what it comes down to. I gotta turn my sound outside. Azobo is really focusing on other stuff. But overall, it's still a pretty good VFR sim. Pretty good VFR sim here. As we cruise the coastline northbound 303. Yeah, we can stay on this heading up the coast. The only other restrictor, he's probably going to hand us off to NorCal. Maybe a different NorCal freak. Because we are going to transition San Francisco Bravo. But we'll be up there by Half Moon Bay as well. Let's take a look at our fuel. Everything looks good down here. We don't need the strike finder. Strike finder is off.
Delta 1438, NorCal approach, roger. Start the ILS runway 30 left approach. Altimeter 3000.
And
357, contact NorCal departure on 126.47.
yep, there's the new freak. 2647, Cactus 357. So I'm gonna switch frequencies, but then I'm gonna change my call sign here in the portal.
NorCal departure, Alaska 1304, 1000, climbing 12000.
Alaska 1304, NorCal departure, roger, good evening.
NorCal departure, Alaska 1304, 1000, climbing 12000. Alaska 1304, NorCal departure, roger, good evening.
NorCal approach, Delta 1438, radio check. Delta 1438, loud and clear.
For some reason, it doesn't like picking up a commander call sign.
128.325.
128.325, West 4805.
What's our call sign? 6010.
NorCal departure, Skywest 4805, passing 1000, climbing 1000.
Skywest 4805, NorCal departure, roger.
6010 Yankee.
175 Charlie Foxtrot, 4500 VFR northbound.
Then you have to like time it out. I don't want to use a custom call sign.
Commander 175 Charlie Foxtrot, NorCal terminal departure. Good afternoon, Dutch Cruise, altimeter 3000.
That's the only problem with well, not problem, but like kind of an annoying thing about this is Commander is not in SimBrief, and then when you use a custom call sign, then you got to spell it out for him.
Departure, Alaska 257.
The last commander is 791 Romeo Bravo.
NorCal departure, good afternoon, Southwest 4347. Leaving 1000, climbing 13000. Southwest 4347, NorCal departure, roger, good afternoon.
Commander 10 Yankee.
Climbing through 4000.
Gotta spell it out for him.
FedEx 1207, NorCal departure, roger, good afternoon.
Surely there's an easier way to do this.
Drive 1171, out of 5000, climbing.
Alright. Should be updated.
NorCal departure, roger.
Should be updated. That one says 791 Romeo Bravo. Let's see. Yeah, AC11, but that's not in SimBrief unless there's a custom profile somewhere. NorCal Commander 16010 Yankee 4500. See what he calls us.
Commander 10 Yankee, remain clear of the San Francisco class.
What?
Bravo airspace. Remain this frequency.
Remain clear. Remain this frequency for Commander 601 Yankee. Any chance for VFR transition through San Francisco class Bravo?
Lord altimeter 2997.
Oh shoot, he's busy. They're busy on San Fran. So if we got to avoid their airspace, well, we could stay below 45. We can stay at 4,500.
Commander Gardeman, 0 Yankee, cleared into the San Francisco class Bravo airspace. Maintain VFR and
Okay, there we go.
4,500.
Cleared into San Francisco class Bravo at or below 4,500. Commander 601 Yankee. They're both on Simbri flight sim guy.
5 Charlie Foxtrot, requesting the shoreline transition northbound.
Maybe custom. I don't have them on mine. I don't. Did you download them somewhere?
Bonanza 5 Charlie Foxtrot, approved. Main at or above 4,500. Report
All right, so we got permission to transition, which is good.
Alright, maintain at above 4,500, report vision point, Bonanza 5 Charlie Fox.
I'll lean it back just a little bit here. I was to say intentions hater, but I might have to do it. If you fly VFR, dude, it's really freaking good. It's for VFR, it's definitely the best option out there. I think it's the best option out there in general, but
Contact San Jose Tower on 124.0. Good afternoon.
especially for
Commander
VFR.
Gardeman, 0 Yankee, traffic engine 12 o'clock, 2 miles. Same altitude,
767. We're looking, Commander 601 Yankee. We gotta keep our eyes open for traffic.
Bonanza 5 Charlie Foxtrot, VFR altitudes.
I can't. You said you have. I don't have it in my sim brief, dude. Did you download a flight sim guy? But I also did. I mean, I wasn't gonna. You don't need it for.
Frontier Flight 1504, contact northbound departure on 128.325.
Oh yeah, I see him in there now. What the heck?
Flight 1504, thanks.
That's weird. I guess they are in sim brief. I don't know why it didn't pop up earlier. That's all right. I manually changed the call sign. We're gonna just continue up the coastline here, and then we'll eventually go right over half of the bay. Let's go outside for a minute. All we need now is KSFO traffic. We have, I mean, the traffic's up, dude. If we flew over SFO, we would see a lot of traffic down there. Kind of want to change the sun time a little bit, run it forward a little bit.
SkyWest 6391, NorCal departure. Roger.
I'm so tempted to pull the trigger on Zach Dill. Zach, you fly a lot of GA, don't you? Let's try the free trial, man. DDoom, exactly. VFR and having ATC everywhere and being on a network. And the more people that join it, the busier it's going to get. I like this livery. You guys like this livery? Better than the gold one? I kind of like that gold livery we had before. Freaking 7.6 in formation with us up here. Oh, you did the free trial not enough time to get a real feel for it? All right, well, I'm going to make one turn here, and then we're going to go over some more of this changelog, because I actually haven't read the full changelog, and this is a massive changelog for the commander. So we already talked about the engine starting. Engine starting was pretty sweet. That is the new procedure with the light combing engine being at idle cutoff. Attempting to start the engine with the mixture of a full forward will result in a flooded engine. Flooded engines are cleared by placing the throttle fully forward and cranking the engine for 15 seconds. In-game checklists and in-game manual have been updated to reflect the new procedure. So that is the biggest change to, I think, to the commander right now. Is that whole engine start sequence. Listen to all the guys on VFR on Skynet.
The minutes by Charlie Fox, requesting class Bravo transition northbound via the coastline route.
He's getting a VFR transition. Oh, you're acting all go fancy coastline transition.
Bonanza 5 Charlie Foxtrot, cleared into the San Francisco.
Let's see. Overhauled several EDM 800 features, so the lean of peak function, the EDM has all been tweaked. It includes all the steps of the real unit. First finding the leanest cylinder and only finding the richest, with the relative temperature being properly reset at each step. More accurate fuel flows that represent maximum power, rich of peak, and economy, lean of peak cruising. This is I think, without question, the Blacksquare Commander is the most advanced Blacksquare product he's released. And I love the Dukes. I wonder if any of this stuff is going to fall back on some of the older aircraft that he's done. But the updates and stuff that he's made with this Commander is fantastic. Also implementing the hold LF button to momentarily show the captured peak at that peak. Increased polling rate of peak finding to more accurately finding peak to 10 times per second. Also increased the size of the click spots. Ah, okay, that's the one right in the middle. Finally improved the startup sequence for accuracy, faster startup times.
657 out of 15,000 climbing.
Southwest 657, NorCal departure, roger.
Thought we were getting off course here for a second. Here's another real big one
Southwest
on the
2875,
update.
save speed.
250 knots, Southwest 2875.
Look at this. Added new cylinder temperature variation table.
United 948, NorCal departure, roger.
So made both cylinder head temp and EGT cylinder variations
Heading 255.
unique in every aircraft. EGT will now be more randomly distributed across all cylinders, while CHT will still reflect engine installation geometric differences, dynamic airflow changes due to apparent wind direction, and cooling effects. So now we're getting into like customized, like the cylinders are going to be cooling and heating depending on the ambient wind. That is that's pretty. We're getting into some hardcore simulation on this airplane here. This is very cool. Added dynamic magneto drop for detecting subtle fouling during run-up. Both magnetos are no longer identical. Normal drop is approximately 75 to 150 is acceptable, and greater than 175 indicates significant fouling. Uh-oh. I skipped over this. We just did a mag check, you know, because they were normally the same. But I should have actually looked at the numbers. Giving you room to detect fouling with the magnetos alone. So basically, what that means, if you don't know, if you're kind of unfamiliar with what I'm saying, is when we do that magneto check, we're checking each set of, we're checking each magneto, right? And we're making sure that each cylinder is operating at its peak performance, and we judge that by how much it's dropping. If you take away half the spark on each cylinder, the RPM is going to drop a little bit. But in the past, the drop has always been identical, right? Here comes Half Moon Bay off the nose. This is cool. But now he's saying it's kind of dynamic, and you'll actually be able to catch fouled spark plugs by doing your magneto check dynamically. That is pretty cool, man. Love seeing that. T-Tut's in the house, my man. How you doing? He says, GA, let's go hit the like button if you enjoy a good mix of content. Two blinders and GA in harmony. What's up, T-Tut? Thank you for the $10 super chat. Man, T-Tut has been itching. He has been absolutely itching for this this live stream. So I'm glad you get to see it, man. Yeah, it's this update on the Commander T-Tut is pretty insane. It's pretty insane, my man. All right, so we're going over Half Moon Bay. Oh,
contact NorCal departure 133.9
3395, Commander 10 Yankee. NorCal, good afternoon, Commander 10 Yankee 4500.
Commander 10 Yankee, NorCal departure. Good evening, Half Moon Bay altimeter 3000.
3000 for Commander 601 Yankee. Who is that in the 7.6 or is that Santa? It could be Iveo. Let me look at the live map.
Bonanza 175 Charlie Foxtrot. NorCal departure. Good afternoon, Half Moon Bay altimeter 3000.
No, so that 7.6 is an Iveo traffic. That 7.6 is someone on Iveo, I believe. But thanks again, T-Tut. I appreciate the super chat, my man. Indeed. Here comes Half Moon Bay. Best crab cakes you can get on the West Coast, man. Best crab cakes you can get on the West Coast. There's some really pretty beaches down here, too.
9574, NorCal departure. Roger.
There's a NorCal departure. Wow, it's actually kind of hazy up here on the coast this afternoon.
969, contact Fenix to tower 0.5.
120.5. Have a good evening, United 969.
Half moon. I wish we had like an Orbix half moon bay, you know, like just a super high quality half moon bay. I would fly in and out of half moon bay all the time. It's epic. You get to see the Golden Gate Bridge. The terrain is awesome. The weather is nice.
Norcal departure, Condor 97, passing 15,000, climbing.
All right, let's continue. I'm going to breeze through a couple of these here. Added magneto timing failures. Extra RPM drop due to timing failures. These features also been added to the new engine sounds.
Contact NorCal departure on 128.325.
So you'll be able to hear it.
Contact San Francisco Tower on 120.
Oh, we're transitioning towers airspace. We came a little bit too close. Over to tower 120.5, Commander 601 Yankee. They would not allow that on in real life. We clipped towers airspace. Yeah, because we're inside of Half Moon Bay. If we were on the outside of the airport, we probably would have been good. San Francisco Tower, Commander 601 Yankee, 4,500. We're not landing. We're not landing there. I don't know why he's telling us to land at SFO. Yeah, we're not landing San Francisco. We're transitioning VFR. We'll advise Commander 601 Yankee. It might have been something to do with how I had the setup on our sim brief, but I gotta be honest with you guys. We have to do an X-Plane 12 GA because this sim update 6 LODs are screwed up, man. It doesn't look as crisp as it used to. Well, since we're in Towers airspace, let's continue to come further right. Let's go right up to Golden Gate. Let's really upset them. Coming right, 7-6. What airport is off my left? Bill's Mafia. The one back there, that's a Half Moon Bay Airport. Sorry, I was kind of late on your comment. K-Half, K-H-A-F. If you ever watched the Adventures of Duke 6 video, oh, you know what? I don't think I ever posted it. I took Huey off out of here. We flew up the Highway 1 over the point, and there was a accident over here somewhere. I don't know why it's showing that guy as a 7.6. That could possibly be a Microsoft player. Who knows? A lot of EDM fixes. New 9-segment font for the EDM 800. Added LVAR to manually control flap switch position, so you can have the override switch, so more LVARs for that. Added support for native continuous flap events. Flaps continuous decrease and flaps continuous increase. Sweet, so you can use the flap lever as it is in the real airplane. So essentially, this is a 3-position switch that's spring-loaded to off. So you hold it in the up position to retract, you hold it in the down position to extend, and your flaps basically can be extended infinitely. So with that new LVAR, you can bind this switch to work correctly, where it's not just 10, 20, 25. You can set your flaps the way you want them. And when I flew Chieftains, I said this many times before, is the way we would set flaps for before takeoff, or like for a short field takeoff, we would actually deflect the aileron, and then we would match the flap to the aileron, because there was the Chieftain was the ones that we had were similar to this, where it was just a lever, it's up or down, and it basically had 2 settings. It had, I think it was like 25 and then full. But for short field takeoffs, we had a procedure that we would deflect the aileron, match the flap to the aileron. That could give us our best lift for the flaps. So that's how you'd be able to do that. Oops, wrong camera there. You'd be able to do that in the Commander if you get your binding set up correctly. K6, swing back to RHV and pick me up. Too late, my man, too late. We don't have enough fuel to go back. Now we got plenty of gas. Can't K6. No GSX fans allowed. This TLOD issue has been dealing with since I installed the sim. No problem to Azoba, but haven't done anything to fix it. Weird, man. I've never had this issue before. This is the first time. I wish I could revert to Sim Update 5, to be honest with you. Sim Update 5 was the best. Absolute best. Alright, let's see what else Nick has been cooking up here. Added click spots to enter exit the aircraft. When the pilot's door is open, click on the wing, walk to the exit. From the exterior, click on the pilot seat. Okay. So you can get in and out of the cockpit, realistically. Improved the new cylinder head temperature simulation that debuted with this aircraft, including better response to engine-driven oil pump favor. Hopefully we don't have one of those. Added improved oil temp simulation with engine-driven oil pump failure. Added viscosity influence on custom oil pressure calculation. Added manifold pressure feedback from turbocharger. Wow. This is most easily noticed by a delay at atmospheric pressure while advancing the throttles, with the manifold pressure only increasing as the turbocharger spins up to operating RPM. Whoa. A drop in manifold pressure may also be noticeable at very lower cruise power settings. The new turbocharger bearing failure also limits the maximum manifold above atmospheric pressure. Added click spot for chocks when baggage compartment is open. Slightly improved aft facing propeller disc material. Added larger click spots to the autopilot push buttons. Artificially boosted fuel flow indication during priming to overcome non-linearity on fuel flow gauge. So slight indication is notable during all priming conditions. On that, a ton of bug fixes. Alright, so a ton of bug fixes, but an absolute killer of an update for the Commander. Definitely my favorite Blacksquare aircraft to date, which is crazy to say because I love the Duke, I love the Caravan too, it's really good, but this Commander's on a whole nother level. Am I using auto FPS? No, not right now. Right now I've got my T-LOD set to 300, just locked in. Do you think this is better than the A2A Comanche? I do. There's more... When you fly a Blacksquare product, especially one like the Commander, in my opinion, it's a more wholesome experience between the sounds, between the flight model, between just the modeling and texturing, the sheer beauty of the texturing and model. I mean, A2A is no slouch, but its modeling and texturing is still a little bit dated. It still looks, dated to me. Whereas the Commander is on another level. So yeah, you don't change your own oil, and you don't run your own maintenance per se like you do in the A2A. But overall, I always feel like I have a better experience. I feel like the airplane is more alive when I fly Blacksquare. Is off-screen terrain pre-caching set to high? Mine got reset. Should it be high? Should it be high? I might have to check. Alright, let's go ahead and find this airport, we gotta join the, let's go ahead and turn all the way around here. Okay, I'll make sure it's on high, Josh. I'll make sure I do it after the stream. Oh, that's a shot right there, print screen. Alright, I think we're we're definitely out of the airspace. We're out of Towers airspace now, yeah. And San Francisco Tower Commander 601 Yankee, we're clear of your class Bravo.
Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, Commander 601 Yankee. Alright, on that case, I'm going to just go to 22.8. A radio check on 122.8.
Nice to hear you.
Hey!
5-5.
Okay, so now... Excellent. So now I'm using my IVEO push-to-talk. I'm leaving stand tensions up, but I'm using my IVEO push-to-talk on the IVEO, which is really cool. So we're using say intentions and IVEO at the same time. Because some people have IVEO for the group flight, and some people have say intentions, so we got both rocking and rolling. And the commander failures are fully modeled. Oh, absolutely they're fully modeled. Matter of fact, we actually have a failure right now, but here you go. Here is a list of all the failures and their mean times between failures. So, oh, I saw it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to cheat. I have my failure rate up at 10x just because it's a little bit more fun for me. Let me check to find this airport. It's off a nice radial, makes it nice and simple. We use the RNAV 511 a little bit. Let's use a regular VOR, radial and distance. So Point Reyes, we need to track the 308 at 46. So let's set course 308. And let's come left. Right now we're on the, what, 295 course, so we're going to come left. We're going to join the 308, and we need to be at, what mileage did I say? 46 miles. Which we're actually pretty much right over it. Wait, are we that far? No. Wait a second. Oh, yeah, we're going to the VOR. We got to go past the VOR. So we're counting down. So we got a little ways to go. Ooh, we may have to, if these clouds continue to pop in here, might have to find ourselves a sucker hole. So because it is getting potentially IMC, I'm going to go ahead and just join the 308 radial, which I can see which one I'm on by moving my second one. So right now I'm on the 299-ish. So we're getting closer. This will start coming in. I'm going to join up exactly on the 308. Then we'll track that outbound. It's 46 from, so we're 41 and closing. So we got to go all the way down 40 miles. So we're about 80 miles from our destination right now. Mine is set to high, made my PC crash because of the new way the sim treats loading and unloading textures. DDM, what kind of specs you got on your PC? Yeah, I'll be nervous to change anything. I haven't had to change any settings on my flight sim for so long. I don't understand why Microsoft does this. Like, when you release a new patch, a new sim update, I would say almost half the people... Where's my panel lights? Almost half the people that the new sim update comes out, it get effective negatively. So why can't you make these patches optional, at least for the first 3 months? You know, I know you have a beta branch, but they should have, okay, you know, here comes sim update 6, stable, update now or not. You know, make it an optional update. At least until, you know, it can go further, because it's never, even though they beta test it, it's never ready to go when they release it. We should be able to track this nav outbound, right? Let's go ahead, nav mode engaged. We'll track the 308 outbound. Do a little wind correction for us. Let's see, what's our task? We got the power back too, like 25 inches. Let's see, we are at 4,500. And the temperature is what? Where, oh where are you? Right up there. You are, temperature outside, ooh, it's hot today. It's 30.
Skywest 3707, contact locale departure on 128.325.
128.325 for Skywest 3707. Good day.
Alright, so 4,500 and temperature is like, oh, that's negative 20, wrong way. There we go. I was going to say, we're faster than that. Alright, there's 30, 4,500, that's close enough. 144, almost 145 on the TAS. All right, but we're stable. We're tracking the 308 outbound. We're 35 miles out from the VOR. Then we're going to continue another 46. All right, that looks good. We could also, for fun, 13.7, we can set up this as well, 308, just to have it as a reminder, and we'll put 46 here. But I'm going to put you in pass-through mode. So bearing from the station, remember the +2, -2? +2 is 3, -2 is 0. 308, 308, those match. And 7.4. But from this fix, not from the actual. So, alright. Ooh, there's our Duke up there. We'll keep you in pass-through mode for now. Everything is in nav. Duke's out in front of us. Mountains of Ukiah coming up off the right. Actually, we passed Ukiah Municipal not long ago. What is this, a long intercoastal to Maldives? A little more fun until your engine blows up on short final. Just finished taking the IGI and CFII written back to back. Nice. Nice, Johnson. Enjoy it. Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight, my man. I'm too afraid to find out what passes for beta testing at Adobo. I'm right there with you, flight sim guy. Harry, I think the problem, and that's just pure speculation on my part. I don't really have any, I mean, I don't, kind of. I have a little bit of data. But my reasoning, I'm going to try to turn my headset up here. That's as low as I can go, or that's as high as I can go on the pass-through on the noise canceling. My reasoning for them failing so hard at the betas and stuff like that is I think the majority of their testing, their optimizing, the majority of everything they do is focused around console players, because I think that's where the money is. So unfortunately, as PC players get to take a back seat. You know, the sim is incredible. It can do an incredible thing. Like this view right here, this is an incredible view. Like VFR has never been more enjoyable than it is in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. It is amazing. But unfortunately, the focus is on what makes the money go round, and console players make the money go round. I think they said, what was it, in 2020? They said the average, or like the PC user was, you know, less than 10% of the entire Microsoft user base. So if you just let that sink in, you understand why all they care. They're probably testing on Xbox this and Xbox that. There's really no one really testing on PC. At least if they are, they probably have a 5090, you know, twin super cooled nitro hydrogen case with, you know, X-ray magma technology, and they don't care what the settings are. Nice, Johnson, racing. So DDM, you have a 98 X3D, 64 RAM, and a 9079 XT. Very similar to me, if not the same. Sim Update 6 changed to texture loading. Me and my PC have voltage issues on menu open, close, and camera switch. Took me 3 days to find the issue. I had 1,000 hours without crashes, and my PC started to shut down since Update 6 when flying. I fixed it, but texture pre-caching on high was part of the issue. Alright. Well, D-Doom, I will have to take a look, my man. Thanks for the update. A 9070 XT. Alright. I will have to take a look at the update. Or take a look at that. Take a look at my other settings. I probably should have... Probably always screenshot your settings, you know, so you have them locked in. Yeah, we can probably close the cowl flaps too. Hey, who's that? We can probably close them all the way up. Cowl flaps closed. Cowl flaps closed. Rocking and rolling. Gosh, I could fly the
Probably
Commander
somebody
all day.
typing in chat.
Oh, yeah, that's right. +2, -2, I've never heard that for outbounds. Harry. Dude, are you serious? Are you trolling? So every time we talk about +2, -2, most of the time, every now and then we get one guy or gal that says they never heard of the +2, -2 rule. It is the best rule in the book for finding reciprocal headings. It can work for inbound or outbound. It works for like 90% of them because there's a couple where you can only go 360. So, for instance, let's do 330. So if I was looking at 330 and I want to know the reciprocal, let's do +2, -2. If I add 2 to 3 and subtract 2 from 3, that's 510. You can't fly heading 510 unless you're Chuck Norris, right? So we can't +2, -2, but we can -2, +2. So 3 minus 1 is 1. 3 plus 2 is 5. So 150. Look at your reciprocal. That's your reciprocal. So always try to do +2, -2. If the +2 doesn't work, start with the -2. If you like for this, you can't do +2 on a 3, so do -2, +2. And that's how you find reciprocal bearings. Let's do 220, or excuse me, 230. -2, 0, and then +2. 0, 5, 0. Alright? It works until you get to one that's like, what was it? Like a 0. What are the ones that don't work? I forget. It's like where you can't subtract or add 2. Then you have to... Then somebody had a trick for that, but I don't know what the trick was. I forget. Alright, we're 8 miles from Point Reyes and proceeding outbound. So we are Point Reyes outbound. And we're going to maintain, although we are not tracking the course line. I was going to say, I feel like we're getting way out over the water here. For some reason, our nav got turned off. We need to go back to 308, chat. Oh boy. See? We're VFR, baby. VFR. I was like, why are we flying way out over the water? We shouldn't be going over the water here. So let's go ahead and reset. We want to track the 308 from the station. Oh, you know what? We flew over the top. Maybe that's what did it. We're not that far off. We're about like the 310. We're not too far off. We'll catch up to it. I think when we flew, right over the top of the station and that fooled our nav out. Maybe that's why it disconnected. Are we piloting or dead reckoning? We're doing both, man. We're doing a little bit of both, and actually we're doing a little bit of IFR assistance on this. We're using the VOR to guide us to our next waypoint, but we are straight up visual pretty much. Let's go ahead and go nav. Now she's got it. Just a little less turn there, nothing to see. There's a couple Dukes behind us, another Duke Commander over there. Love it. Everyone's forming up. Gosh, the Commander might be more fun than the Duke. I don't know. For those that have the Duke and the Commander, which one's more fun? I love the Duke dearly. But there's something about this Commander, knowing you have the performance that you have for a single engine, knowing that you've got the navigation that you have. I mean, the Duke can do everything the Commander can do, and then some, but it's just, there's something, I don't know what it is, man. There is something about this Commander. It's got that it factor itch, But even my Dukes have that. Maybe it's the visibility. The visibility in the Duke is pretty hard. It's pretty poor, actually, just kind of the nature of the design. The Commander's got great visibility. But something about having 2 pistons, too, I agree. The twin piston is top tier. I know, twin piston is a lot of fun. I think, yeah, we might have to fire up the Duke just to remind ourselves how great the Duke actually is, because it's been a while. All right, we're 14 miles from the station. So we said it was 46 miles. So let's say Let's take 10 miles off that. Let's go 36. So we'll start down. Oh, we got a little ways to go still. We're not that high. We're only at 4,500 feet. I'm not even sure what the field elevation is at this airport. I don't think I've been here before. This was a Discord suggestion. CA51, the Sea Ranch. It's hot up here. 34 degrees. Oh, that's Ukiah's got the closest weather. 34. It doesn't tell me anything what the elevation is or anything. A Sea Ranch. Well, if we just pretend it's sea level, we want to enter at 1,500 feet. We're at 4,500. 3,000, 369, 9 miles plus 10,
Elevation
29 miles.
370.
Okay, yeah, so 370 feet, so essentially nothing. So we'll start down about, let's say 9 miles and then add 10 to that. So 29 miles out. We'll start a gradual descent. Well, we'll start looking for a sucker hole. Matter of fact, the airport is right on the coastline. It might behoove us if we look out in front of the airplane here and not look at any instruments. This looks more VFR to me over here than proceeding out this way, doesn't it? So since we are VFR, let's go ahead and drop in right over the coastline. And we're going to maintain positive VFR vibes or cloud clearances. Because I have no doubt we can find it tracking the VOR, but we're probably actually going to have to step down. Let's go ahead and step down to 2,500, vertical speed of 200. It's yellow, so vertical speed on, and we'll just start trickling down where it's VFR here, because there's a marine layer forming up here on the left. This is why I love Microsoft Flight Simulator weather. Again, we are going to fly the Chieftain in X-Plane 12 this week because I have to see how it handles in VFR, or excuse me, in GA. But Microsoft 2024 live weather in GA is awesome because I feel like you really are flying with dynamic weather. You really are. The weather will change. The marine layer will come in. You will get boxed out. You can definitely see there's a marine layer out there, and it's getting ready to pull up onto the coastline. So why we can see the ground, let's go ahead and maintain our straight up VFR. We'll start a 400 foot per minute descent. We'll drop down, and we know the airport is right on the coastline. So we also know that if we get past 46 miles, we've gone too far. 3152, well, I hope it's not 3,000 feet. I don't think it's it can't be that high. I think it's 300 feet, not 3,000, yeah. Just looking at the charts, it would be too high. Matter of fact, Ukiah is right over the hill. So if for some reason we can't get in, we can shoot an approach to Ukiah. Actually, that loaded up without any stutters there. That's pretty good. That's promising. So I'll show you where we're at right now. Here's Ukiah, one of my favorite airports flying out of, actually a VEC base for us. And we're going in here to Sea Ranch. So right on the coastline. Let's increase that rate of descent. Let's go 800 feet per minute. Let's go ahead and bring a little bit of manifold pressure down. Let's go about 4 inches off. We'll turn our noise canceling off here. Stay. There's our heading bug. Just stay right on the coastline here. So we're at 25 miles. Looking good. We'll dip down. We'll use the sucker holes here. We'll dip down, get below the layer. Man, I don't know. I remember now. The noise canceling level in the Commander is perfect. Yeah, 1 statute mile and clear of clouds, baby. That's all we need on this one. Get a little bit of turbulence here. Let's go ahead and bring some power off so we're not in the yellow arc. Push that prop up a little bit. That looks clear. We're still clear of clouds. I can see through it. That's not a real cloud, is it? I don't think that's a real cloud. What are you, the FAA, Evan Mickey? Yeah, we're good. We're gonna drop right down through here. VFR-ish. Let's do a Magic Barrel ref update as well. Oh yeah, we'll be good. Let's keep coming down 1500 actually. I want to get below this layer here. Private pilot training right now, very helpful, very cool, man. Yep, there we go. That's the side I like to see. Now, if we get too low, we stopped here at 1500. If we get too low, we'll lose our radio signal. We're 30 miles out, so the airport's really only another 10, 15 miles in front of us. We might start to get. I think it might be up here. If we try to look for any landmarks. Bunch of these little points here. Wish there was a great landmark we could descend to. Cumulus granite alert. Alright, 10 miles out. Let's drop down to pattern altitude 1,000 feet. Call it 1,200. Vertical sped. Cumulus granite alert. We could fly. The next point 12 is the Airfoil Labs King Air. I gotta buy one of them. I'm either buying the Airfoil Labs King Air or the Piper Chieftain, because I had the King Air in X-Plane 11, but I'm pretty sure it's a paid upgrade to 12. What do you think of the Commander compared to the Blacksquare Bonanza? I love the Bonanza too. The sneaky Bonanza that I absolutely love, my guilty pleasure, is actually the Turbine Bonanza. Because it's just stupid fun, dude. Great question, Sebastiano. As of right now, I'll tell you this. As of right now, the Commander is a little bit more advanced, just because it's the newest thing that Nick has put out from Blacksquare. Now, he does typically trickle down the advancements that he comes up with these aircraft. They will trickle down into those airplanes. The Bonanza, though, is also, it is no slouch. It is an absolute blast to fly, and it's also, I mean, it's, you can't go wrong. At this point, if you don't know which Blacksquare airplane to buy, don't think of it in terms of which one is better than the other, because they are all so good. But the facts are the Commander is the most advanced one at this moment in time because it's the newest. But with that said, buy whichever one you like the most, whether it's just the way you like the way it looks or you like its mission set the best. Because I promise you, you will not buy a Blacksquare airplane and be disappointed in it. That I can assure you. But I think, you know, factually speaking, the Commander right now is the most advanced one. But that Turbine Bonanza is, it's stupid fun, man. Like, you take a Bonanza and put a PT6 in it, like, and the sounds, whew, buddy, insanity. We haven't flown it on the channel in a long time, but I have flown it off stream multiple times on my house. So, yeah, that's a guilty pleasure airplane for me. Yeah, twist offs. I've heard both. You know, the Chieftain is. I don't know anything about CIS, but I've heard good things. But I know the Airfoil Labs is good because I had it in 2020.
1,000 feet.
Hey, I didn't know you were on board today. Simblitz. We gotta slow down.
Surprise. Thought I'd join you for this flight. Let's make it a good one, Captain.
All right, let's see. We are only about 6 miles out. I don't see the runway. Let's drop it down and hand fly. Mixture's coming up full. Let's go cow flaps half. And we gotta be looking for a runway off our nose here. About 6 miles off the nose. There's someone right below us. What is this airport called again? CA51 traffic. Commander 601 Yankee out of 1,200. We're descending 1,000 feet. Gonna plan to overfly the field and make left traffic for whatever runway is landing northbound. Alright, so keep trimming it down here a little bit. Let's go aircraft. Approach, seatbelts, oxygen's off, fuel pump, we'll get you on now. Landing light, air conditioning, we'll get you on. Actually, we should have the strobes on too. I didn't want to burn my strobe lights on. We'll get all the lights on. Mixture, flaps, 20 degrees for landing. Okay, so we've got all that. And then landing checklist, mixture prop, throttles. That Duke's going to go in front of us. You're going to lead the way. He must have some GPS. We'll follow that Duke at 12 o'clock.
That Duke is me, and it is landing direct on because I'm out of fuel.
Godspeed, brother. It'll be the second airplane you crashed on stream. The new Stavo.
Just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you.
Wow, we got a Duke in front of us that's on fumes.
I'm ready to be up.
Should we join up on him? We should probably join up on him. Let's get our prop up. We'll guide him in like Maverick. I mean, the airport should be. Did he even fly past it? I think we flew past the airport, Doctor.
I think you just flew past it.
I think the airport is up on this ridge. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's off. Nope. Yeah, it's off my right wing. Make a right turn. Make a right turn, 180, and go down the ridge line off your right. Do you have any gas? We got to get him in, chat. We're going to fly him in.
Might lose it in the turn here.
All right, it's on the ridge line. Keep coming around. Keep coming around. Line up with that ridge line at your 12 to 1 o'clock. Keep coming right.
All right, I see it.
All right, he's got it in sight. Let's see if we're going to follow, make sure he can make it. Yeah, there it is, right there. Yeah, come right, come right, come right. You overshot.
500
you overshot.
feet.
Where you going, Chief? It's at your 2 o'clock.
Call the ball. Call the ball.
You're too low, Cougar. I'm getting weight turbulence. There you go. Climb up. Yeah, yeah. Climb up. Climb up. That way you can make it. You can make a 180 from here if you lose both engines.
I'm going this way anyway so I can land.
You see the airport, right?
For 737 pilot, I'm circling the airport. Alright, airport 646 up whiskey coming in on whatever the northbound is.
Oh man. This is why we fly our traffic patterns close in, not like Zippy's Apple way out there at 45 miles.
Northbound 30.
Alright, let's go ahead and follow him in. Mixture props, throttles are up. We're gonna do a low pass.
Heads, there will be a 9-knot tailwind on 30.
That's a short runway. Alright, so we'll do a low pass. Hopefully he can stop.
Okay, 12 it is.
Gear warning horn, that's me. Well, that scared me. I had flashbacks of our Flight Factor fire stream. It's gear warning horn because we're getting low. We're doing a low pass here. Can't bring it back any lower than that. You got it, Chief. Look, he's got one engine. He's got one engine dying. He's got a failed engine. It looks like one of his engines has failed. Nice. Up we go. Yeah, we're gonna land the other way. $90 knots. Let's
Nice
go ahead and
job.
take it up.
Sea-range traffic. Commander 40 Mike is short final, runway 12. Sea-range.
Sea Ranch Commander 10 Yankee. We're making a right teardrop back to final for 12. Sea Ranch. I don't see anybody on downwind here, so we'll go ahead and bring it in. We're in the wide arc. Let's go flaps 10.
Traffic, Commander, good on right, left downwind for 12.
There's someone on left downwind. Alright.
Sea-range traffic, Quebec Juliet Sierra is in the right downwind for 30, gonna circle around and join a left, right downwind for 12.
Now we can join a long final here. Sea Ranch traffic, Commander 601 Yankee, turn at right base, 12.
Sea-range traffic. Commander 40 Mike, clear the act.
Alright. Gear's coming down.
US traffic, Commander, good. We're going to make a right-hand traffic downwind for 12.
Flaps 20, flaps 25. And Sea Ranch Commander 601 Yankee on about a 2-mile final, 12. I don't have replay up, but we don't need replays on GA streams. And full flaps are set. Are they? Let's go ahead. Yeah, full flaps are set. Alright, mixture props, throttles are all full forward, pumps are on. Undercarriage is down. Slow it up, baby.
Zero traffic, Bonanza 5 Charlie Foxtrot. We're going to widen out. We're going to enter a right downwind for runway 12.
Nice little hill here. Geez, Al Loper, this is not your...
Pilot rep for you guys. Wind is really coming from the seaside, very light.
This is not your mama's GA airport here. There's actually some terrain here.
Sea-range traffic, Commander, good. Turning base 12, Sea-range.
Alright, hold it in now. Let's start dropping it off.
Sea-range traffic, Quebec Juliet Sierra is in the right downwind for 12 behind the one turning base.
Whoa, I flew too much flight factor. Oh no! Oh man, we
So
that
for
was
those
terrible.
two on final, you guys doing a formation landing?
Too much flight factor flare on that one. Ay ay ay. It's alright. We didn't hit the tail though. Let's get the... Ooh, that shimmy makes me uncomfortable.
Sea-range traffic,
I
Commander,
love
good.
it.
Short final 12, Sea-range.
Sea Ranch Commander 601 Yankee, clear 12. Drift!
Is that a tail stretch?
No! You just worry about your fuel starvation. Alright, let's clean it up. Let's go ahead and open the door. I'm glad we didn't record that one. Hey, look at this party.
Sea-range traffic, Quebec Juliet Sierra, turning base for 12.
Gotta go watch these fools come in here. Yeah, we definitely over-flared that one.
Bonanza 5 Charlie Foxtrot entering downwind 12, Sea-range.
Better landing on on Alpha 7 Zulu Zulu, that is true. I like how this cub is just sitting here with his tail in the air. Alright, brakes are set. We'll leave the radio on. But let's minimize, let's go fuel pump off.
1, 2,
Instrument
about
lights.
2 miles out.
Alright, let's go ahead and bring this mixture back.
Correction, make that about 1 mile.
We'll open up the cowl flaps. We'll reset the trim for our next flight. Trim is neutral. We can kill the electronic pitch trim, and I think we're pretty much ready for shutdown at this point. But we'll just wait on that. Let's open up the doors.
Bonanza 5 Charlie Fox turning right base 1-2.
Now there should be a click spot. Oh yeah, look at that. I want to climb up here. I'm on a plane spot from my wing. Oh yeah, there comes the Duke. Or Duke traffic. Oh, look at this guy.
Branch traffic, Quebec Juliet Sierra, clear of the active.
Look at this guy on a high power off 180. Oh brother. You're gonna need to slip that side. Oh, we got a Slustavo. We got a Slustavo in the house. Unless he's breaking off the approach. He's breaking off the approach. Don't forget to schedule that Cairo. Get the hell out of here.
Bonanza 5 Charlie Foxtrot turning final 1-2.
I don't know what traffic that is. That might be a say attention static aircraft. We gotta wait for our last man. How did I, that was cool.
Bonanza 5 Charlie Fox, I'm going to break off final right 360 with the traffic on base 6.
Don't walk in front of your own propeller. Look at all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2 airborne still. Yeah, the winds are pretty much just seaside. Yeah, from the west. Oh, here he comes.
Bonanza 5 Charlie Fox, re-entering right downwind 1-2, full stop.
This does say private. We landed on a private strip for sure. It does indeed say private. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Ooh! I got a great Cairo you can visit. Barry owns it, yeah. Yeah, 7 of us on GA. That's pretty good. Dang, we're going to fill that ramp up. Look at the guy drifting around. I think there's still one more out there, isn't it?
Sea range traffic, Bonanza 5 Charlie Foxtrot, turning final 1-2.
He's out there on a zippy final. He's flying a 7-3 final, 15 miles. I too flew 15-mile finals. Hey, look, we're playing Hell Let Loose Vietnam. Alright, let's watch this guy come in. Commander really brings in the traffic. The FSTO mod for this has a tree on short final. Not ideal for landing. Oh, really, Emenberg? I didn't even have time to check if there was scenery. I probably could have. These are all say intentions traffic? You don't see any of them, Vodka? Wait, are all you guys on say intentions? No, they're on Iveo. Are you guys all on say intentions or Iveo? Fight some guys on Iveo.
Iveo.
Yeah, I don't know why you can't say that, Vodka.
Iveo and Adobo multiplayer.
Oh, Iveo and Adobo. That's why maybe that's some reason. I don't know why you can't see anybody, Vodka. Here he comes. And he's down safely. Oh, look, there's a deer on the runway. Look, we haven't seen fauna in a while. And a sheep. A deer and a sheep. Alright, so the say intentions is probably the 2 static aircraft. So watch this. I'm going to close say intentions. Yeah, that was the 2 static aircraft. So these are all IVEO traffics. Alright, we're all down. Let's everybody say cheese. Everybody say cheese for the screenshot. We're all in white liveries. Maybe we need a VEC livery. Cheese. Alright.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Alright, 1000 RPM. Kill it.
Cheese.
Cheese. Alright, avionics master. Battery's coming off. Let's close up our airplane here for the next one. Let's go ahead and close the door. Put our chocks down. Now you continue up the coast to Mendocino and on to Eureka. Hey, thanks for the recommendation, Al Loper. Thank you, man. Appreciate the $10 super chat. That was a great airport. Someone was typing vigorously. Thank you so much, Al Loper, again, for the suggestion. Great little airport to fly into, man. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed this little airport. We're going to take off out of here on the next GA stream. I left the window down so the wasps can go in there and scare us when we're taking off down the runway. But excellent, my friend. Hold on. No, oh, dang it. I wanted to do this. I wanted to get Barry in front of the airplane here. Almost like... almost like Tour de Americas. Alright. Well, I don't have a replay to watch, and that's a good thing because... Oops. We totally... miffed up that landing. So with that said, that's gonna wrap it up, and yeah, we'll be live tomorrow. I think I am compelled to try X-Plane GA tomorrow, whether that is in the Chieftain or the Airfoil Labs King Air. I'll put a poll out, see what you guys want to see. It's gonna be about $60 either way. I'm gonna buy one of them. I know the Airfoil Labs was amazing on X-Plane 11. I'd be very curious to see how she is on X-Plane 12. So it's either that or the Chieftain with real world freight routes. So look for the poll. It'll be coming your way after I take this screenshot. It'll be coming your way this evening. Thank you all who flew along. That was a ton of fun. If you want to join us next time, we're in a GA. We're always on IVAO for our little multiplayer fly-ins. Until tomorrow, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday evening. I'm off to fix my Blackstone. Stay safe. Stay healthy. I'm V1. We'll catch you tomorrow. Cheers. Soup.
See ya. See ya. See ya.